Shouts and protests outside the U.S. Supreme Court today, while inside, justices heard arguments over a law in Mississippi which strictly limits who can get an abortion and when. Mississippi's law would ban abortions of any pregnancy that was beyond 15 weeks. Current law bans them at around 24 weeks.
If a majority of justices do uphold the Mississippi law, it would seriously undermine the court's Roe versus Wade decision from nearly 50 years ago.
Mississippi's ban on abortion 2 months before viability is flatly unconstitutional under decades of precedent. Mississippi asks the court to dismantle this precedent and allow states to force women to remain pregnant and give birth against their will. The court should refuse to do so.
But there are strong indications today that the 6 conservative justices, 3 of them appointed by President Donald Trump, would uphold the Mississippi law. Here is an exchange between Justice Brett Kavanaugh and Mississippi's Solicitor General.
As I understand it, you're arguing that the Constitution's silent and therefore neutral on the question of abortion. In other words, that the Constitution's neither pro-life nor pro-choice on the question of abortion, but leaves the issue for the people of the states or perhaps Congress to resolve in the democratic process. Is that accurate?
Right. We're saying it's left to the people, Your Honor.
And so for the, if you were to prevail, the states, majority of states or states still could and presumably would continue to freely allow abortion. Many states, some states would be able to do that even if you prevail under your view. Is that correct?
That's consistent with our view, Your Honor. It's one that
The justices are expected to issue their ruling next June.
Well, how do Mainers feel about the issue of abortion? According to a 2017 Pew study, 64% of Mainers say abortions should be legal in all or most cases. 33% say they should be illegal in all or most cases. Since 1993, Maine has had a law on the books that, in line with Roe v. Wade, allows for abortion up until about 24 weeks. News Center Maine's Hannah Deneen takes a closer look at what impact this Supreme Court case could have here in Maine.
If the U.S. Supreme Court decides in favor of Mississippi, banning abortions at 15 weeks, it would place the job of regulating abortions on individual states.
So Mississippi's argument is that it should be left up to the people. So if the people of Maine or New York want to allow abortion, they can. And if the people here in Mississippi want to ban abortion, they can do that as well.
Maine law professor Dimitri Baum says the case won't directly impact Maine's abortion law.
I expect that most states in New England will continue to have the laws in place that they currently do.
But the case could have ripple effects, forcing some women to travel to states like Maine to get access to abortion services.
It will impact us as providers because now we'll be in a position where we're going to be trying to make sure that people in other parts of the country that have suddenly lost their constitutional rights can access the care they need here in Maine.
Nicole Clegg, Senior VP of Public Affairs at Planned Parenthood of Northern New England, says this would hurt women who have the fewest resources.
The people that are most impacted are the ones that are least able to take a day off of work, least able to get childcare, least able to travel hundreds of miles to get the care that they need.
Furthermore, if the Supreme Court rules the Mississippi law is constitutional, it could embolden Maine state legislators to push for stricter laws here.
I think absolutely I would be willing to put forth legislation for 15 weeks. I think that's very important.
Republican State Representative Kathy Janvers, a pro-life advocate, says at the very least it would reignite a conversation among legislators about abortion.
So, quote unquote, maybe forced to revisit the issue. I think it's time.
Giving state representatives a chance to change or keep access to abortion in Maine. Hannah Deneen, News Center, Maine.